Hey guys, it's Coach Carrie, and today's a different type of video. So this marks a 5-year anniversary for me. February 11th, 2015, I lost a very dear friend of mine. And yesterday I asked you the question, the little quiz, what's the first symptom of heart disease? For 1/3, 33% of the population, what is the first symptom of those people with unknown heart disease? And some of you got it right, and some of you didn't. So the answer is actually sudden death. And 5 years ago today, I lost a very dear friend of mine in my spin class that I was teaching, Larry Banks. And I have permission from his dear sweet wife, Ann, to tell his story. And I'm just hoping that I can give you some information, maybe that you can pass along to a friend or a family member to let them be aware of how serious heart disease really is, to maybe give them a second chance that Larry didn't get. So on that morning of February the 11th, 2015, we were teaching the spin class. We were having fun. Larry was one of those guys that he was always exercising. For years, I'd known this guy to exercise. He was like the perfect picture of health. And we were sitting in spin class, working out really, really hard, having fun. And I asked Larry, I said, all right, Larry, what do you want to do? And he said, let's climb. He was a climber. He always loved to climb. And those were the last words that he said to me. He was on his bike, and I noticed him doing this number, which now makes me wonder, was he starting to have chest pain? He got off his bike, and I thought, well, maybe he went outside to go get some water, which he had water with him, but that was just what my mind was thinking at that moment. And about 3 seconds later, Pearlie came in and said, Carrie, Larry has collapsed. I got off my bike. This was about 40 minutes into the class, and there was Larry, and he had fallen, and he had hit his head. I immediately started doing CPR on him, and what seemed like an eternity, Jesus also came over there to help out. Jesus taught our CPR and first aid for the YMCA, so I felt like I was in good hands. Lots of prayers going out from the class. EMS workers finally got there. It seemed like it took forever, but nobody could bring Larry back. And today, the world is missing Larry. He left Ann, which is his dear sweet wife that I didn't even know at the time, but now I love her dearly. I was so scared that she would hate me because I was teaching the class that her husband was taking. He left 3 beautiful kids, 5 beautiful grandkids, and the world's never going to be the same without Larry. And so I just want to give you some statistics, some things that you can do to help your heart. Heart disease is actually the leading cause of death. So 1 in 4 Americans actually die of heart disease. If you have diabetes, you are 80% more likely to die of heart disease. And that's pretty serious because the majority of our Americans now, that is their big disease, is diabetes or pre-diabetes. You're on your way. Some of the major factors contributing to heart disease could be stress. You know, how's your stress level? High blood pressure, obesity, diabetes, high cholesterol, smoking, congenital heart disease or defects, any of those, all that can contribute to what's going on there. So here's some symptoms. All right, now there's a difference between sudden death, which is the symptom like I talked about, for 1/3 of Americans who don't realize that they even have heart disease. But it could be a sudden collapse, there's no pulse, there's no breathing, loss of consciousness. But sometimes there's symptoms, and a lot of times there's symptoms of people who just have regular heart disease, getting ready to have a heart attack. And that might be chest discomfort or shortness of breath, weakness, palpitations. But most of the time, sudden cardiac arrest can come without any warning whatsoever. You're good, and then you're not good. So you have to be aware of those. Some risk factors of coronary heart disease. You know, you may have a family history of coronary artery disease, smoking, and you don't have to worry about only yourself smoking, but what about the secondhand smoke too? All this makes a difference. high blood pressure, high cholesterol, obesity, diabetes, a sedentary lifestyle. You know, you need to make sure that you're exercising. You may have had a previous episode of a heart attack, a family history of other heart disease. You know, you need to be aware of what your family history is. Age, the incidence of heart disease always increases with age. Being male, you're always at a higher risk. If you're using illegal drugs, such as cocaine or anything like that, you're at a higher risk of having a heart attack. A nutritional imbalance, and that's what we talk about in class a lot. Having low potassium or magnesium levels, all that can contribute to your heart health. Sleep apnea, kidney disease, all of those can increase your risk of having a heart attack. So I wanted to tell you a few simple ways that you can actually boost your heart health. First one would be getting exercise. Now, if you're 40 or older, that would be me, you need to make sure that you're checking with your doctor, okay? But we always recommend doing, 3 to 5 days worth of exercise, but give your body 2 days to rest and repair itself. God intended your body to be able to repair itself. But that exercise is going to help lower your blood pressure. It reduces stress. If you ever have a stressful day, that is the best place to be, is somewhere exercising. Release those stress. It will increase your HDL, which is your good cholesterol, and it also improves your blood sugar regulation. So you need to be out there exercising. I would recommend that you cut back on processed foods, and I really feel like this is a big part of our American society's issue when it comes to our health right now. But I've done some research and everything. It says 11 of the worst foods to eat and drink: deep fried foods, bacon, okay, so we're all hooked on bacon, soda, artificial sweeteners, shelf-stable condiments. You're seeing little packs of ketchup and things like that. They're shelf-stable because of the different chemicals are in them. Swordfish and large tuna, those are large fish, and it contains a lot of mercury, which is toxic to the body. Deli meats, microwave popcorn, how many of us are guilty of that? Bagels, margarine, it's just a bunch of chemicals. Even your dairy, so if it's got the RBST hormone in it that's given to increase milk production, those are some of the worst things that you can be putting in your body. Managing your stress. So step back and, put the problem back into perspective. There's a lot of things in life that you can't change, but the way you deal with it is going to make a difference, okay? So list solutions, come up with a plan, relax, recharge, exercise, we talked about that. Open up to friends and family, someone that you can trust. Set reasonable expectations in your daily life. You can't get it all done. You cannot do it all by yourself. And a big one is resolve issues before they become a crisis. So if you know something's going on, deal with it. Deal with it head on. Load up on whole foods. This is very important for the healing of your body. So, in a good heart-healthy diet, you should be getting some green leafy vegetables, lots of them on a daily basis. Nuts and seeds and oats, avocados. The fatty fish is really good for you to do, okay? You need those omega-3s. We recommend the omega-Q supplement, and because we don't get enough fatty fish that we need to. Your berries, tomatoes, beans, dark chocolate, that actually has health benefits to it. Garlic, green tea, all those are good things that you can put into your body. No smoking, okay? Limit your alcohol. Those are things that can really affect your heart long term. Make sure that you get enough sleep, okay? So sleep, if you're not getting enough sleep, is going to cause your hormones to be imbalanced, and then you end up eating a lot more, and it's normally sugary processed foods because you're trying to get that energy back, and all of this relates to diabetes and heart disease and everything else. So make sure that you're getting enough sleep. And if you're taking your class, the next 56 days that we teach, you can get with your coach. They can give you some helpful hints on how to get extra sleep, making sure that you get that extra magnesium in your body to help you sleep. It all makes a difference. So just a few tidbits that you can do on a daily basis. Go hug the ones that you love. You never know if they're going to be here today or tomorrow. And, it's our job to keep our bodies healthy. God gave us one body, and it's a gift, and I really feel like it's time for us to make a difference. All right, y'all have a great day.